Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. Like that. Before I say anything, অবশ্যই টাইম টেলিভিশন নিয়ে কথা বলতে হবে। I think এটা হচ্ছে one of the only news outlets in the United States যেটা আমাদের South Asian community কে reach করছে এবং not only that আমাদের South Asian younger generation কে reach করছে। এটা কত important আমি কথা দিয়ে express করতে পারবো না। Younger generation অনেক সময় interested থাকে না in what's going on around the world, but Time Television is allowing them to stay interested. Without continuing further, let me just introduce myself a little bit. আমার নাম হচ্ছে pricila. আমি হচ্ছি একজন content creator, motivational speaker, এবং social worker with more than 6 million followers, and I am so honored to be here amongst you tonight. Thank you. Now, I'm supposed to talk about empowering the younger generation, and that really comes from the role of the parents. So this speech is going to be geared towards the parents in this room. It's important to understand that life will get tough, and it might stay tough for a while. Just because your kids are young doesn't mean they're not facing their own struggles. Encourage your children to find their passion and find their purpose. I love this saying that I heard once, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed you your life, showed you what it could be like before you were put on earth, and he asked you, do you want to live this life on earth? And we are all here today because we all said yes. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm still looking for my purpose. I'm still looking for why I said yes. As parents, it is so important to support your kids. Encourage them to work hard, because dreaming is not enough. You have to work for it. Why would you waste even a second of your life doing something that won't lead you to fulfill your dreams? Talking about myself, I have crazy big dreams. I want to build a free hospital, an orphanage, schools, and so much more. Is it realistic? I'm not sure, but I'm still going to try. Now, a lot of people have asked me, Priscilla, tell me the recipe for success for students. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. The recipe for success is discipline. As parents, a lot of you guys expect your children to stay motivated 100% of the time. That's honestly very ridiculous. I'm not motivated 100% of the time, but I am disciplined. And that's why I am where I am today. There's a very big difference between being smart and being smart and working hard. A lot of people say, oh, Priscilla, you're smart. You don't have to work that hard. But I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a book from a page and I'll tell you to read it. It might take you one read through and you'll understand it. Now, I'm very self-aware. I know that if I read it once, I'm not going to understand it. I'm going to have to read it maybe 3 more times. So I'm a little slow. I have to work extra harder, take more time than you do. So I do that. I manage my time, I work harder, and that's why I have the grades that I do now, and that's why I'm in the position that I am in now. I mentioned this before about the importance of acknowledging the struggles of your kids. These days in the younger generation, depression, insecurities, anxiety, it's very prevalent, and it's something to acknowledge, and acknowledge that it's not fake, it's not for attention. It's so important to learn from your failures, discipline yourself, and keep yourself motivated. Now, I love talking about women and women's empowerment, and I'm trying to become a criminal lawyer. Now, law in general is a very male-dominated field, and that used to intimidate me. But now I think that, okay, this is a male-dominant field, but I have the opportunity to encourage little girls to take up the law field. So be greedy, go after what you want, work hard for it, and 100% guaranteed you will be successful. Before